Hello YouTube, this is a very unscripted video that is going to show off the Samus Aran helmet that is made by Xcoser. Obviously I have my Metroid set up. I'm going to show the helmet, kind of compare it to the different interpretations of Samus. And I also have my Mega Man helmet here to kind of compare the quality. Didn't really think this one through, so we're just going to go for it. Let me unbox the helmet. Okay, so as you can see, it comes in bubble wrap. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. Probably a stupid idea. Put that right over there for now. Nothing else is in the box, so everything should be in this bubble wrap. Alright, so let's see here. Now, I bought this in observation of the new Metroid game coming out on 3DS. I believe it releases 2 days from now. I don't really upload this, but 2 days from now the game should be coming out. Obviously, in case you can't tell by this, I'm a pretty big Metroid fan. I have been basically since the Super Nintendo, honestly. I wouldn't say it's my favorite series of all time, but a lot of its games are very high on my favorite list. I think it's the most common game that ends up being on my list of favorite games. So, I guess it would make sense to say it's my favorite series of all time. Yeah, you know, I guess I just find it hard to pick one. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, let's see. So, we have the helmet, which already looks like it's similar size to the Mega Man helmet. In fact, let's put it forward. Cool. Alright. Now, I do have a big head. I'm very happy that Mega Man helmet fits me. I was very worried it would not fit me. I think this helmet fits me as well. If it doesn't, I'll at least put it on display. Alright. Alright, right off the bat, the smell. It smells freshly painted. Or at least it smells like paint. I guess that means it's freshly painted. Let's see. Bag of air. I won't pop that. Okay. Alright, that's not a good sign. So, the helmet came to me. I know it's supposed to glow. I'm assuming these are the LEDs or whatever that are supposed to glow. They have glue on them. They are still sticky, so I'm assuming this probably fell off either before it was shipped or whatever. I can see it starts there, goes around, so I'll have to fix that. I'll probably fix that before I do the final part of the video. Comes with this. This is a service card? I don't know. I don't normally buy hats or helmets, so maybe this is normal. I actually don't know. Xcoser. I also hadn't even heard of the company. I went online looking for a helmet just because I do like to collect replicas for game series I like. I have quite a few different things. A Gears of War Lancer. So this is very much up my alley. Here, I'll put this down, see if I can't fix it real quick. Okay, and we're back, and I fixed it for the most part. Looking at where the glue stains are on the inside, it was easy to figure out where it goes. Obviously, it's not stable, so I'm not going to like use it yet. I still have to go in. I do have a hot glue gun. I also have some super glue, so fixing it shouldn't be a problem. Kind of sucks I got to fix it in the first place, but you know, these things happen. Hopefully this is an exception and not the norm for Xcoser replicas. But anyway, so let's kind of back out just to get it good. So right off the bat, first thing I was worried about was the size. I think head-wise, there's a lot of extra on the Mega Man helmet. I'm thinking the Samus helmet should be a good size for me. Hopefully not too loose, though that rarely happens. Looking at the helmet itself, the black appears to be painted. The original, I guess the plastic, I think it was originally red. Though it does feel laminated, so maybe the red was also painted on as well. The paint job, that's not paint. Paint job itself seems passable. It kind of reminds me of a kind of like a cosplay, like a homemade type thing. The paint does run off in certain areas, particularly here. Oh, it's shiny. I could see myself. You can see my ugly face. Oh, sorry about that. Oh yeah, and like here, which I'm assuming I can fix. I have acetone. I could always do like a very controlled paint remover if I needed to. The visor, which I think, looking at it, you know, when I think of a real helmet, like a motorcycle helmet, you assume it's going to be like this plastic, like a I don't even know what it's called. Maybe I'll write it into the video if I figure out what the motorcycle plastic is used, like for the visor. But in this case, it is like it feels like a Jeep window, like a rubbery, if you've ever driven in like a Rubicon, what are they called? Yeah, I don't know what the name is. Anyway, moving on. So other than the red and the black pipes, obviously the green visor, I'm talking just about the paint, there doesn't appear to be any other paint details, and I'm pretty sure that's accurate, at least accurate enough. Let's see. So, visor, or not the visor, the vents in the back painted black. There is the logo, Xcoser. Don't know if this is licensed. I have a feeling it's not, but I also have or at least in my research, I also found that there wasn't a licensed Samus helmet, so kind of didn't know what to do. But now, this is probably the most fun part to me that I thought of when I thought of making this video, was figuring out what helmet it's from. So obviously the helmet itself has a, what is it? It looks like a spacecraft with like a tail. So we have the wings, we have the nose, which blunt nose if it were a spacecraft. And then we have the back, which reminds me of like the Gradius ship, the exhaust. So using that as our reference, let's look and see what helmets meet this look. Alright, first helmet. Let's see if I can get to focus. Okay, yep. So right off the bat, we could see that the black lines do not exist. There is a triangle above the visor, so I would not say this is the Return to Samus look. Even the visor itself, different shape. Not going to get much detail on this one. I think it might just be, yeah, lost cause. Well, no, we can see she still has the triangle above the visor. Ours does not have that. Ours has the lines above it, not the triangle. Still not quite there. Ooh, you know what? I think we have a winner. Yep, the Metroid Prime Hunters appears to be the helmet. Black vertical lines going down, the shape looking a lot like the Gradius ship. Obviously, this helmet, the visor is a lot bigger than what we see here. So it's not a one-to-one, but then again, I wasn't expecting it to be. Moving on, just real quick, the triangle above the visor is there. I guess Metroid Prime 2 would be our first example of, I guess, when the helmet came into fruition. The visor has the tail and it has the line. So I guess starting with Metroid Prime 2, this helmet was relevant or put into practice. Yep, Metroid Prime 3 has it. Other M does not have it, and now that is Metroid Prime Pinball, but then again, Metroid Prime Pinball is based on the first Metroid Prime, so that makes sense. So from Prime 2 and on, her helmet looked like that, which is something I didn't notice. Obviously, Other M is a prequel, so she didn't adopt this look. Let's just look at this action figure. And yeah, this is one-to-one with the action figure. So, yeah, didn't know that going in. And, you know, obviously nothing's going to look like that. Though I will say, visor size with the original Metroid does match up. Next part of the video, I'm going to wear it, so I'm going to have it on. Don't know what it'll look like, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so right off the bat, after wearing it, I did notice a few things. It does fit. It is kind of tight for my head, which every helmet is tight for my head, so, you know, not abnormal there. I did notice, too, the visor very close to my face, which normal, but I do realize the visor is underneath of this, as opposed to being on top, or I guess parallel where it would end. So the visor actually goes inward more than what a motorcycle helmet would probably have. So it is kind of cramped. My nose going up against it is smashed, which created a lot of fog down here. This helmet, perhaps the helmet was designed for people with smaller heads. Don't know what the average female size head is. Maybe that's who it was designed for, which makes sense. Samus is a woman. Maybe this is a woman-sized helmet. Know nothing about motorcycle helmets. Don't even know if that's a thing. So yeah, there's that. The visor, or not the visor. I keep on calling the visor. The vent down here. This is a hole. This is not part of the visor, so you can breathe through here. So it is breathable. I do like that. Some face helmets I've worn, or helmets that cover the face, face helmet. Some helmets I wear or have worn do not feel breathable, so this does feel breathable. The only thing else I guess I could say about wearing it, it is padded. Just have a look at that real quick. And I, again, still have to fix that. It did come like that. It is padded, and the padding feels good. Don't know if I can really get it with the lighting. I'll probably increase the brightness of the video. But yeah, the padding does feel good. Extra spongy. Some helmets I've worn, especially if they're like video game replicas, don't even have padding. So this is definitely, I would say, even if this isn't necessarily official, or if this isn't licensed or whatever, it does feel pretty good. I feel like it was given the same attention to comfort that a licensed helmet would be. Maybe this is licensed. And yeah, other than the fact that it's small and my nose is pressed against the visor right there, you can still see some of the steam. So yeah, all in all, the helmet on the inside, it is comfortable. It does feel a little cheap though. The sponge, the way it's connected, I imagine the glue probably wasn't hand done. Maybe it was done by machine. Maybe it wasn't done enough. I don't know. I do think that this will be kind of a little bit of a work in progress. I will have to modify a few things. I will have to re-glue the lights. Other than that, I don't really know what else I can say about it. From the side, this is what it looks like. There is a part that feels like it's missing from the back. That being said, technically speaking, for accuracy's sake, I think her helmet is like that. Let's just have a look here. It's down, and then, yep, it's lower on the, or it's higher on the back. So even though it feels a little unconventional to wear because of how much is exposed in the back, it is designed like the game. So can't really complain about that. I guess it would probably go best with a one-to-one cosplay, just to kind of make up for the back. But yeah, so all in all, we'll say I bought this myself. Got it for $95. Do I think that this price was good for the quality? Honestly, I would say I know video game replicas are kind of a niche thing. I know that when they sell, there's a collectible aspect to them, so they're going to be a little upcharged. In general, I would say this. I probably would have felt better if this was like a $70 or a $65 purchase, just because there is work that I'm going to have to do on the inside, um, particularly there. The paint isn't perfect, but I probably won't do much to the paint. I am kind of interested in making these a metallic silver. That wouldn't be hard to do. Get some metallic silver car paint, tape off the rest, kind of do a spray over. It would be easy, but I don't even know if it's necessary. So all in all, worth the 95? I would say probably not, but then again, this is the only company I've found that is making one. Obviously, you can buy custom ones that might be a little better quality or custom made to your dimensions on like Etsy or something. But for what it is, I'm satisfied with it. It wasn't a steal, but it is what it is, and I like it. I'll probably wear it during some parties, just as I wear the Mega Man helmet and a couple other accessories I do own. It is fun, and yeah, it serves its purpose for sure. Don't have much else to say about it though. This is my first unboxing video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you like to see more of this? I do have a couple other things that might be worth looking at, and I do plan on buying more kind of experimental things. I tend to buy things on Etsy or things on eBay, so that might not be from companies that are well known. So let me know if that kind of obscure stuff interests you, and I'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.